A lot of Yankee fans want to see change with the team right now with the way they've been playing, and a lot of this has turned attention to the Yankee farm system, with top prospects Anthony Volpe and Oswald Peraza making big plays on their respective teams. Not to mention Oswaldo Cabrera providing a large defensive spark immediately coming into the majors. But those names have been thrown around all season, and albeit for good reason, but the Yankee farm system is so much more than what is listed on the MLB Pipeline Top 30 list. We've been hearing names like Wells, Dominguez, Pereira, Volpe, Peraza, Cabrera, Florial, Jones, Sweeting, so much this year. It's time we give credit to some of the unsung heroes of the Yankee farm system. So with all that being said, here are a few hidden gem prospects that I think could make a crack into the top 30 by next year if they keep playing as good as they have so far this year. I'll be comparing stats from years prior to their current numbers to see how they've improved and what may be keeping them from cracking that list right now. Tyler Hardman is first up, and the inspiration for this video for me. I recently went to go watch the Hudson Valley Renegades and was very impressed with what I saw from Hardman, both statistically and in the eye test. Statistically, with the bat in his hands, Hardman has shown massive improvements this year in the jump from low A to high A. Some of the major improvements are shown in his power numbers, hitting 19 bombs so far this season at the end of August, with 20 bombs in sight with just a handful of games left in the Renegade season. As a matter of fact, I was there for bomb number 19 at Dutchess Stadium, and let me tell you, this guy has some serious pop in his bat. But don't just take my word for it. His slugging percentage has increased almost 70 points as opposed to last year, slugging at a clip of 472 as opposed to 406 last year with Tampa, helping him raise his OPS to over 800 on the season. That puts him right up there with his former teammate and Yankees number 5 overall prospect Everson Pereira. In general, his triple slash line is really impressive, sitting at a 264, 332, 472, showing that he gets on base and slugs at a relatively consistent clip for a young bat like him going through a breakout year. And for those of you who are about the more advanced side of things, Hardman has a WRC plus of 114, putting him only behind, you guessed it, Everson Pereira for the highest so far on the Renegades this year. But since Pereira was moved up to AA, that makes Hardman the current team leader in WRC plus for the Renegades, which puts him at 20th overall in the farm system in the category and 10th overall excluding complex and DSL players. Hardman has also slightly improved his K percentage over the year, dropping from 39.5% with Tampa to 29.7 with Hudson Valley, virtually a 10% difference in the span of a year. While definitely an area he still needs improvement on, it goes without saying that he has definitely shown his ability to improve in that factor, and I expect him to continue that as he moves up the pipeline into Somerset. However, speaking of areas that need improvement, Hardman is not the greatest fielder, committing a total of 11 errors on the year at third base and a less than desirable fielding percentage of 941. The only silver lining to the statistic is that Hardman has also played innings at first base where he has shown to be much better, putting up a perfect fielding percentage at that corner, albeit with a smaller sample size. This is thanks to Spencer Henson and TJ Rumfield getting most of the reps there. His speed numbers, according to Fangraphs, also leaves room to be desired, but with him developing as more of a power-first kind of guy, I don't see that as a must-have in his game. All in all, with all that being said, if Hardman can continue to limit his strikeouts and clean up defensively at third base, we could definitely see him sneakily climbing his way up the ranks in the Yankees pipeline, where corner infielders lack big time, listing a total of 0 prospects that consistently play a corner infield position in the top 30. Next up, we have Jason Rosario of the Somerset Patriots. Rosario will likely be on the move in time for Jason Dominguez to make the jump to AA next year, and whether that be in the form of a AAA call-up or a trade is yet to be decided. Whichever road is taken, he is a player that can be of value in either situation. Rosario came from the Red Sox system and never made it past AA for them, hitting to the tune of only a 642 OPS and a WRC plus of 84. However, the Yankees picked him up in March, and after being assigned to the Patriots, he has made some promising improvements to his game offensively. This year for the Patriots, he has gotten his OPS up to 779, an over 100-point difference from last year with the Red Sox. That 100-point difference is virtually all made up from his 100-point increase in his slugging percentage, which he was able to achieve by more than doubling his home run output and reaching 20 more total bases this year over last year. all before the season has even ended. He's hitting more doubles and triples to go along with this, showing a great increase in his overall slugging and utilizing his speed to help him with that. All of this has contributed to his WRC plus of 119, which lands him 3rd on the Patriots and 8th overall in the farm system, not including DSL and complex league players. Rosario is also drawing more walks, increasing his walk percentage from 12.3% to 15.8%, and has limited his strikeout numbers tremendously, going from a K rate of 27.9% last year to a K rate of 19.3% this year. This decrease in K rate marks him to be an above average player in terms of not striking out, which is a good sign for a young guy like him. Jason also plays a solid center field, only having committed 2 total errors this year in that spot of the outfield, posting a fielding percentage of .974. However, he's not really that versatile in the outfield, posting less than favorable percentages in the corner outfield positions this year, with a .932 percentage in right field and a .920 in left field, committing a total of 5 errors between the 2 spots that he plays less than center field. Because he lacks the crazy offensive potential that would lock him into a certain defensive spot, he's going to need to be defensively flexible in the outfield, and he's not shown that he's capable of that just yet. Because of this, the Patriots have also experimented with him batting as a DH, which I think personally is not utilizing him to his fullest potential, because he has shown some solid defense in center field. He just needs to be able to repeat that in the corner outfield positions. All in all, with a little bit of work on his defensive versatility, I could definitely see Jason Rosario making a push for not only a spot on the Scranton Rail Riders, but also a spot on the Yankees pipeline top 30 list if he continues to thrive in the Yankee organization. If not, he will most definitely be a trade piece that can help raise the value on the Yankees side significantly. Last but not least, I would like to mention Kiner Delgado. Kiner is a shortstop in a Yankee farm system that is filled to the brim with middle infield talent, but that does not mean you should be excluding this 18-year-old phenom from the farm system discussions. This DSL player, in the few games he's played this season, has balled out playing professional baseball for the first time. Delgado was signed out of Venezuela and is currently boasting a 1.010 OPS this season. This comes from his wildly impressive triple slash line of 310, 504, 506. I get it. DSL isn't the most competitive of the minor leagues, but these numbers simply cannot be ignored. Delgado is currently leading the entire farm system in WRC+, holding a whopping 178 in the category. I get that the sample size is small, but these numbers are from an objective standpoint very impressive. It's only a matter of time before we see Delgado take the field for the Tampa Tarpons, and when he does, I genuinely believe that he can repeat these numbers, or at least come close. To be performing at this high of a level in any league is impressive. To be doing it at 18 is something even more impressive. He also walks at a rate of nearly 25%, which is likely inflated due to small sample size, but he has also only struck out 11.8% of the time. If he can continue to replicate numbers like this, he will fly through the farm system faster than people expect Spencer Jones to. Delgado isn't all upside though. In the 26 games he played at shortstop so far, he has committed a total of 7 errors. That is abysmal defensive output and will likely result in him making a switch to second base in the near future. As a matter of fact, that's already something that's being experimented with in the DSL that is yielding promising results. However, minorleaguebaseball.com still lists him as a shortstop. While not much is known about this kid, it's clear that he has the potential to be a real difference maker for the Yankees farm system in the future. And I am certain he will be appearing on the top 30 pipeline list in no time at all. I have nothing but respect for the people who make these pipeline lists. They're professionals who know exactly what to look for in a player. But sometimes it's important to shed some light on the players that are working just as hard, if not harder, to grind their way to get a shot at the major leagues. Hopefully, this gave you some insight on just a few guys who are doing just that. Thank you so much for watching. More videos like this coming in the future, so make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you later.